Welcome back to Melbourne. May I just chat briefly with you as you're leaving? Look, I'm sure you'll be pleased to see that I've actually survived the COVID for the last few months of lockdown in Melbourne. I do see that there was a bit of congratulations for Daniel Andrews for his performance. Victoria has had about 73% of total Australian COVID cases and about 90% of total Australian deaths from COVID. Do you think that's a good record or not?
Oh, I thought you were talking to
Would you care to Bill Thompson is my name. I've been doing Outside Insiders for about 6 years now.
Oh, right.
And of course there's been no one in the studio for months. Would you care to comment on...
No, I've seen quite a lot on Daniel Andrews in the past. So.
Oh, have you? Are you a fan or a critic?
No.
Or... Okay, all right. Thanks for your time. Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders. I must say I was unfamiliar with Miss Hewett. I don't recall seeing her on Insiders before, and it's probably remiss of me for not having done some research to see what her published views on the situation might be. But I've just spent the last 6 months or so living in Lockdownistan in Victoria, which was the direct result of the failure of the Andrews government to properly consider the introduction of hotel quarantine, to establish proper rules and procedures, to properly document who was making decisions in relation to the concept and introduction and administration of the hotel quarantine security process, and then to spend months with a succession of senior people testifying that they had no recollection of who made decisions. As a citizen of Victoria and Melbourne in particular, who has had to endure the lockdown restrictions and watch the daily increase in case numbers and deaths from COVID in Victoria, I'm appalled that Daniel Andrews appears to have a significant level of support in the community. As I said, about 73% of Australia's total COVID cases relate to Victoria, and over 90% of Australia's COVID deaths relate to Victoria. If Daniel Andrews is not personally responsible, who is? I was also intrigued that the program this morning was at some pains to compare the comical efforts of the health minister to don a protective face mask with the ease with which Professor Brett Sutton donned his, without making the obvious observation that of the two, Brett Sutton is apparently one of the people in the Victorian team who couldn't remember who made the fateful decisions in relation to the hotel quarantine security fiasco. Picking and choosing how they portray things is a facet of the modern ABC news department. Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders.